Hi, I'm Laura Kočanová. I did Tomato Heritage animation movie, and my job on the movie was I was director and animation creator. Yeah, it's about stereotypes, and the story. I don't know how to say. When I was in Erasmus in Norway, I met one guy who speaks about stereotypes and that things, and I like his story about stereotypes. So I made a story from his ideas.
Okay, so from that meeting you had the idea to do the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the first time it is showing at a festival?
It was in one festival already in Czech Republic, but
how was the reaction of the public?
Nice reactions, yeah.
Are you working on anything right now?
No, I'm not.
For the future?
Maybe in the future, yes.
Okay.
I will.
I think it's all. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, I'm Maxime Lefebvre, and I work on the movie On the Rails. And my job on the film as editor, director, editor, and VFX.
A lot of things.
Yes, I try.
Is it okay? Can you talk about the movie a little bit? Like what happens, what it is about?
Yes, the movie talk about Walter, who is 60 years old, and he's train conductor, and he's sad and melancholic because all people in your hit, and he don't say hello to him. And one day, a little girl who named Mia go on the train, and she give to him a little train, and he's passionate of train, and he wants to. She go to him with him in dream, and he take hope with for him because he have lost hope.
That's good.
It's clear, or?
Yeah, it was clear. That was really good story. How did you come up with the idea for the movie?
First, we go to. We have the idea with the pirates, and we know. We say they're a good idea, but we have no message, and we want a message, but and we thinks when we go to the bus or the train or locomotion transport, we don't say hello to him like in Paris or in Toulouse, and they're sad because they disrespect the work which we who do that culture do, and it's a very disrespect, and we go to the message is there are a lot of play, but the play we have dream are the innocence of child is better the cruelty of the adult, but child is more respectful of some adults.
Yes, that's true. And speaking about children, how was the screening, the viewing of movie that just happened? How was it with the children? You had a viewing. You showed your movie earlier with the children. L'enfant.
Mais on l'a pas encore vu. They don't have the screening is today.
It hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was doing. But are you excited about the screening?
Yes, but the child are not have some true and they say what we thinks. No barrier.
That's true. They just say what they think.
Yes, but they are the real things. What we think.
Are you working on something right now?
Yes, I'm work on screenplay of short film with a mix on between screening, real captation and animation, and he talk about disease, a woman with disease waits her death moment in hospital, and the emotion we have when the stress, the scream, the hurt, and the message, because their captation are in hospital, the real the present, and animation is the past, and there's remember, and she remember all these moments, this good moment, and the message between behind this short film is why you don't live your life, and after you remember, it's not logic.
It's a beautiful message.
Thanks.
I'm Mathieu Rathery. I'm the director of Collapse.
I am Birenzweige. I'm the producer of Collapse.
Could you talk a little bit about the movie, the plot, what it is about?
Yeah. So the film follows a survivalist, so someone who thinks the society is going to collapse and who prepares for it. And so he lives kind of secluded in a cabin in the woods. And he also has a YouTube channel, and he posts content on this YouTube channel around like survivalism and those kind of things. And one day, almost by accident, he finds the opportunity to make a new video, but things won't really go as he planned. So that's kind of the story. Yeah.
I don't know how you work together. What's the dynamic like? Do you have ideas together? Do you discuss beforehand? What is it like?
Usually I like bring an idea to Roman and we kind of discuss about it, and then I start writing really the script, and it's a back and forth between the both of us until we are happy with the script, and then we bring on board more people to make the movie.
Okay, so you also write, both of you.
No, he write. Yeah, I don't write. I produce.
A little bit. You do
I
a
write
little
those,
bit.
my films, but
You help a little bit.
yeah,
Okay.
little bit.
Has the movie been screened anywhere? Is it the first time here?
It has been screened in a few festivals already. Yes.
How was the audience reaction?
Pretty good, really good. I have a lot of questions after the movie, so and that's kind of like what I hope for, having people like intrigued and wondering things about what's happening, and so it's cool.
That's very cool. Are you working on something right now? Any plans for the future?
Yeah, I'm producing the next movie of Larry Clark, and he is the screenwriter of the film. And I produce his next movie. It's gonna be a feature film too. So
That's really cool. And that's it. That's all we have.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you so much.
yeah, that's all.
You
No,
want to say
because
something
we're
else?
also like working on a short movie that we hope to shoot
Yeah.
pretty soon, hopefully.
normally in September.
Yeah. See, that's
Do you
What's
want
happening?
to say anything else? I don't know.
we're happy to be here. Happy to
Yeah.
show the movie.
Film Fest.
That's all the questions. we
Thank
have.
you for selecting the movie and having us here.
So my name is Mariel Sosa. I'm a Peruvian filmmaker. The film it's called Holadirio. And yeah,
What did you do on the movie? Did you direct it? Yes.
yes. So I wrote the movie, but I also directed and produced it. I usually I like producing my own films because when I produce, it's not just about like budget and like casting. To me, producing is more like I see it more as a creative producer that is more involved in the story. So I really like to kind of be in control of a lot of aspects. So I usually tend to produce or co-produce with somebody else. This time I produced it with another friend of mine. But yes, I usually like doing this sort of roles. Hmm.
Could you talk a little bit about the movie, the plot, what it is about?
Yes, so the film is shot in like a fable kind of way. It is inspired by folklore stories from the jungle of Peru. The place in a specific is called Posuso. It's in the middle of the jungle. I heard about these stories when I was growing up, so I kind of remember them like during the pandemic when we had a lot of time to just be at home. I started writing the stories that I would find interesting when I was a child, and then that concept like it grew from there because the story is about 4 different characters that are living in this town, and they're all connected through this like single accident that happens. And in each different storyline, we deal with personal crisis from people that are that correspond to their age. For example, we have 2 little girls that want to be beauty pageants, and then we have a teenage couple that are in love, and then we have a father that is mourning. So I wanted to deal with different phases of life, different stories, and at different times of people, either like adolescence or like coming of age, or like I said, like dwelling for a loved one. So yeah, so I wanted to combine different characters and then set it in like a very mystical place called Posuso. So yeah.
Has it been screened anywhere before this?
So we had like a few private screenings because I did it with the help of the state, and I also did it with the help of a lot of I don't know how you guys call it here, like municipalidad. And I used the municipalidad of Posuso and the municipalidad of the greater region. So the arrangement was to have some private screenings. So we had a few of that in Peru. And now it's kind of just traveling here during the festival circuit. This is actually my first time, I think, doing like the European Film Festival circuit, because I mean, I'm from Peru, but I work and I live in LA for most of my time. So I always did the American circuit, very different programming. And when you compare the programming in these kinds of festivals and like the other American, it's you can tell very different the styles of filmmaking, very different stories, and I have to say, like, I really prefer this because I think it's very auteur sort of film, and you can really see like the hand of the director. And in American film festivals, it tends to be very commercial. Sometimes the story are a bit maybe something that I usually don't watch, like either sci-fi or a bit away from what I enjoy watching. And what I like about this festival is these are the kinds of movies that I like watching on my own time, and that I would definitely go see it, like just by myself, or what I would watch at home. So I really like that, you know, because there are festivals that maybe, I don't know, you don't like all the films. Like I said, some sort of films that are not really your thing, but here is really different. So I'm really happy.
So I see you're enjoying the festival. That's really cool.
I am, and I mean, I love, like I said, I really like the place as well.
Okay. Has the reaction for the movie, has it been good from the audience?
And I think I guess like the first watch, it's a bit hard to understand, because usually in short films there's like a very specific plot, or there's a very specific thing that happens, like either like the character has to go from here to here, because it has to be short, so you have to tell the story in like a very short amount of time. In this case, I feel it like it's more atmospherical, it's more feeling. How do you react to what you're being presented? Maybe people can get a bit lost because they're used to what's the character getting. They're used to like an objective, you know? But here, like, I feel like there's not really like a resolution. So it's different for every person, you know, depending on what they like. And this is also like the first time that I'm doing something like this. Kind of leave it very like in the air. What you think happens, what you deduce from what you're watching, from the characters. The motivations can also be a bit strange for some people. You really have to kind of make your own decisions. But I like that. I like that, and I think I want to keep telling those kinds of stories because I really enjoy that feeling of uncertainty. So I really want to kind of go a bit deeper and dig into like very similar stories. So yeah, I have fun doing it.
It shows. Are you working on something right now?
Yes. So I usually work on commercial. Like I do a lot of commercial stuff. I work with brands, like either like clothing brands. So I'm always working in the commercial sort of routes, but that's kind of like to survive a little bit, to make a living, and to make money, to be able to keep making like the films that I like, the short films that you see. And then I'm writing a feature film at the moment, which is in development. And during the pandemic, I feel like a lot of us were struggling with mental health, just like a lot of issues that arise while being in lockdown. So I kind of got inspired a little bit, and I thought it was a very important topic to talk about. So I started writing this feature about this guy that suffers from a mental health issue, schizophrenia. So yeah, I've been writing that for a year, and right now it's on the script workshops. So I got into a couple script workshops labs, the writing labs. So you got a few ones during the pandemic. So I was doing like a bunch of online sessions. So I'm working on that, and hopefully I can get funding from production, be able to make it in like the next years. But it's a long process. It's always very long to do the whole independent movie, because it's like you have the script, you take it to labs, and then you have to apply for funding for production, then you need to get funding for post-production. So it's really long, because obviously you apply maybe once a year, you know, and you have to wait for the decision, and that's why it keeps elongating so much.
It's a long process.
So you really have to like filmmaking to be that patient, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.